Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to one of the TravelMole COVID-19 interviews, broadcasts. And I'm more than delighted this afternoon to have our first South American representative, and we have Gilberto Salcedo from PROCOLOMBIA. Good afternoon or good morning, Gilberto.
Good morning and good afternoon.
How are you doing?
How are you, Graham? Good. Everything is difficult times, but we are facing them. So yeah, we have a lot of plans to face this pandemic, and we are doing it, and we are trying to solve a lot of problems related with our industry. So
excellent. That's good to hear. Now, as far as South America is concerned, it's getting a bit of a bad rap at the moment as far as it's handling COVID-19. But I understand that Colombia has done a sterling job. Perhaps you can update me on the current state of affairs with regard to the number of COVID cases and how you're getting on handling it within your own population.
Well, yeah, really. I think that the Colombian case is a little bit different from the other countries of Latin America. Here, the government is taking a lot of measures to prevent, to mitigate, and to contain, of course, the pandemic. And right now, I think the numbers are speaking by themselves. So we have a rate of deaths and contaminate people pretty low, and of course referred to the other countries like Brazil, like Peru, or Panama, or Argentina. So I think this good management that we're having here in Colombia is going to be, no doubt, a part of the promotion that we are doing of our country. We are a responsible country, we are a disciplined country, and of course, we are offering this responsible environment, of course, for the tourism and for the tourism that are coming here to Colombia.
Good. Now, as I understand it, you're going to welcome international visitors from September the 1st. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. We opened the commercialization, the possibility to sell tickets from June, the 1st of June, and the operations are coming in this date, the 1st of September.
Now, is that valid for, at the moment, is that valid for any country? Or have you set up these so-called air bridges where you're only going to accept visitors from countries that have got a good COVID-19 record?
Well, I think that we are all learning about how to handle these cases and how we're going to activate the different markets. We can see what is going on right now in the European Union or between Australia and New Zealand. They're establishing these kind of bubbles to restart the tourism. So I think the process is going to be something similar here in Latin America. Maybe we have to check what is going on the health side, on the political side, and all these factors that are right now important to accept and to restart this traffic between and among different markets.
I'm assuming that your major inbound market is the United States of America internationally, is it?
Yeah, that's right. It's the 25% of our share of visitors.
Okay. Now, you've also, the government, and presumably you had some hand in, or at least a contribution to this biosecurity stamp, which will be applied to travel businesses and tourism businesses. Could you detail a bit more about what that actually is and why I might, as a visitor to Colombia, be interested in it?
Yeah, we launched this stamp, this seal, biosecurity seal, maybe 3 weeks ago. And this seal is a kind of, guarantee, a quality stamp that is going to tell all the visitors here in Colombia, we have a responsible mitigate this pandemic and all the pandemics that we're going to face on the future. So right now, all the enterprises, the hotels, the airlines, the tour operators can reach this stamp as soon as they accomplish all the measures or the protocols that we have to mitigate the pandemic. So right now we are launching this stamp that is sponsored by the World Travel Organization, precisely to send this message to the whole world and to the main markets like the UK or the United States, and to contain, of course, any thing that is not going to contribute to mitigate this pandemic. So the seal is very important because it's the way that we are organizing the industry around this topic, around this problem, and how to handle it.
Now, you're in a tough job, really, because you've got to convince the traveling world, once everybody's allowed to, and you're allowing people in, that Colombia is a safe, or they're going to minimize the risk to anybody in terms of COVID-19. And your task is probably made harder by what's happening in some of your neighboring countries. What are you doing to convince the travel industry and the traveling public that it is a good idea to start thinking about coming to Colombia?
Okay, well, I think that in this time, or better, after the COVID-19, travelers are going to look forward for different natural assets, natural destinations. So Colombia, I think, is one of the most privileged destinations in the world with this kind of assets. We are the second most biodiverse country in the world. We are number one in birds. Just to tell you something about our biodiversity. So I think that we have the products, we have the destinations, we have these kind of things that are going to look the travelers. We are to offer, of course, these products with an underlying seal that is going to guarantee, as I told you, that we are taking the correct measures that can contain any virus or any risk. So I know it's hard, but I know also that travelers are going to look something pretty similar to Colombia. So we're waiting for them. And we're going to promote our destination as a safe destination.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting one, because if you speak to most destinations around the world, if they have natural assets away from urban areas, and that's the sort of thing they're going to be pushing. Do you think that brand Colombia, in other words, the product you've been promoting up until March of this year, do you think that will have to be modified or is being modified? The credentials, the attributes the country has will have changed, or are you more or less taking what you had before and saying, by the way, remember, Colombia is a natural wonderland with all sorts of the best hummingbirds in the world, for example?
I think that we are going to take in what we have, and we are trying to, as I told you, underline these products in the international markets, because some of them know about us, but I think Colombia has a very good challenge about, that the people can relate, as you told me, the natural assets with our country. But we are a natural destination. We have a very cultural heritage to offer. We have these products related to our natural assets. You can go to the Caribbean in Colombia and have a wonderful experience all in this area that is so different to the other destinations in the Caribbean. So we have that. We have Amazonia. We have Pacific. We have Andes. all these mountains, wonderful mountains. We are a country with a lot of diversity. That's why our international campaign in the international field is related to the music, because this is a good way to explain our destination. We are a lot of people, food, destinations, different animals, and I mean, I think that our difficulty is somehow is to explain our destination and how to, you know, to connect our brand to this diversity that we have here.
Of course, that's the art of good destination marketing, isn't it? Trying to describe your products, your services, your culture, and to do it easily. And obviously, video these days makes it a lot easier. Online makes it a lot easier. But I also understand that Bogota, in particular, is a good place to play golf, because you're at altitude. You can hit the ball a long way. Is that right?
Yeah, Bogota and in Bucaramanga, that is pretty close to Bogota, maybe a half hour by airplane. They have wonderful places to play golf. So yeah, you can enjoy this also this sport here in Colombia.
So in conclusion, you're saying that you're such a diverse nation. You're pretty safe as far as COVID-19 is concerned. You've put lots of things into place to make sure that continues. And if you want to go to a place that's got open spaces, natural attributes, Colombia is the place to go.
Absolutely. We are offering what we have, that is that it makes all the sense and a perfect match with the new tendencies, with the new trends that we have in the post-COVID age, no doubt.
Good, good. Gilberto, muchas gracias. Hasta pronto.
Thank you very much.